Hello everybody, welcome back to Team Yeet's YouTube channel. This is Accounting Plus VR review. Now before we go ahead and get started, I gotta remind everybody this game is not for kids. This game is quite intense sometimes and has a lot of violent language. And that's to be expected coming from the Rick and Morty creators, which this game is a part of. So taking a look at this, we start off in a office area and they tell you to put on this VR headset, which I do and everyone must do to get started. Then you end up in this quite peaceful area, and that's when it all goes sideways. You start off trying to look for things to do, you're not really sure what to do, and then you come across this seed and this little TV area. It must as birdhouse, get it? Haha, funny. And then all of a sudden this guy jumps out of the tree and he starts telling you to get out of his area and don't touch things. It is quite hilarious. I muted the effects of this game because there's just so much cussing and violent language, but if you can read the subtitles, there is a lot going on here. It is just pure chaos at this point. Noises going left and right, everybody's talking to you. Everyone wants you to get out, get away from them. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. And this guy, he's just so angry, and he's angry for no reason. I would expect nothing less from the creators of Rick and Morty, where it's just complete nonsense all the time. There's a storyline underneath this, slightly, but what this game really is a bunch of little mini games that's combined into one semi-consistent story. You're some person and you're just hopping around from world to world, and then you're destroying basically the entire environment, and it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. I really encourage everybody to try this game, if not just to have a good laugh and just enjoy it. It's not really a game. It's a lot of puzzles. You can do different things. So for example, in this little area right here, you can interact with all the things, but it really only guides you to one thing to do, and that's throw a brick through a window, which you'll see me do in just a moment, and then put this guy's butt on your face as VR goggles. Quite hilarious. After you accomplish all the little things that they want you to do in each level, it eventually takes you back to the beginning, which I'll show you later on in this, and you can go ahead and select which level you want to play, and you can just play it over and over and over again. Sometimes there's little secrets, which I'll show you guys. There's some alternative storylines which you could go through. It is just great. Alright guys, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting this channel so far. We're up to 5,000 subscribers. That seems like such a small number compared to where we want to be, but each milestone is just so critical. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever milestone it is, we're so appreciative. If you haven't done so, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, show your appreciation, and enjoy watching all these videos, the reviews, the hilarious videos that my coworkers do. It's just amazing. If you want to take it a step further, sign up as a member. Think of it as a monthly tip for our channel, helping support us, helping us grow, and we'll also help you by providing you with discounts on games by utilizing our VR library referral codes, where you get 25% off all of your games. Now let's jump back into it right in time. Here is actually one of the secret areas of this game. Either you can pick up that knife and you can stab that guy in the stomach, which I didn't realize at the time, or you can clear everything that's on this table and then something will appear right in front of you. And even then, I didn't even know what to do with it. Keep in mind, this is my first time playing this game. There we go. There's this yellow pill that happened to appear right when I threw that cereal box at him, and then it teleported me to this area right here. Since I have been here, I have not been able to get back. Anyways, in this room you'll find all these coins laying around. Be sure to pick it up when you're in this room. There's one right behind you, which I'll show you. Pick it up and then hold on to it before you transfer to the next area. Why? Because when you get to a certain level in this game, that coin will go with you, and you're going to need it to get to another secret area, or at least that's what I think needs to happen. To be honest, I'm not too sure, but it worked, so I'm going to do it again. Anyways, eat the red pill, holding that coin, and then it takes you to this area where you can sit here and play these skeletons who seem to be very aroused that you're playing their bones. It's quite hilarious. Each bone makes a different noise. You could sit here and spend a lot of time playing these guys' bones, just making music and listening to that hilarious commentary. Well, they're just so aroused by it. It's just so funny. And then you come over here to this acid and you drink it, and then it takes you to another area. Now, this is the courtroom. The courtroom has a lot of different types of comments that could be made. The only thing that you could really do at this point is really get your little defender guys out. So these are like little attorneys that pop out of this box, and what's going to happen is you need to pick them up and you have to throw them. That's the only way to move on to the next area. You could either choose to throw them at the judge or the jury, but either way, somebody has to be thrown. If you pick the guy up and you just drop him, he dies, and then you have to get another attorney out of the box, and you could just cycle through all the attorneys. Quite hilarious. Each one has their own personality, their own storyline. Some of them are completely useless in your case and will actually hurt you. Anyways, I threw mine at the jury. The judge seems to not like that very much, and then ends up sentencing me to death for throwing my attorney. And then what's going to happen is they're going to wheel out a guillotine, which is just awesome, and then it's going to chop my head off, and then it's game over for me. Not really, I just move on to the next level, but if this was real, I would definitely be dead. And that's the beauty of this game. There's so many little mini games within here, and you can just replay them, look at all the other things to do in this, listen to all the storylines. Here we go. After this, I end up back in the car with these wannabe gangsters. Looks like one of them's already dead, the frog that was on my face. And then they seem to be running from the police. One of them is shot. Two of them are shot, actually. The driver seems to be alright, though. But in this scene, it's quite fun. I like this one, although the minigame is a bit long, and the commentary, it seems to be a little bit too much. That's just my opinion, though. These little turnips or whatever they are, they don't seem to do anything. I really wish they would, you know, do like a bomb effect or something. But what happens is a little panel will open up for you after all the talking is done. After all the little nonsense, you can get this seed gun that shoots seeds at all the police, and then it turns the cop cars into plants and trees and things like that, and then they blow up. Eventually, the driver's mom seems to come along, trying to pull him over. She's quite upset though for whatever reason, and she's carrying a gun, shooting at everybody. It's quite hilarious. Don't know why somebody's mom will be driving next to him and shooting at him with a real gun. But hey, there she is. She has like a machine gun. Granny's got a machine gun. That's amazing. This guy, eventually we see the boss. The boss is like this pirate ship thing. There it is. You just shoot it a few times. It eventually blows up. I don't know what actually triggers it. It wants you to play with the radio after that, and then this little other box in the back of the car will open up where you have to shoot the driver, and then he crashes, and then you move on to the next level. The next level is this tree guy again. We're back at his house. It's on fire this time though. Not really sure why it's on fire. The only thing to do in here is pick up this bomb. So I pick it up, but then it sticks to you. You freak out a little bit, but don't worry. You can eat that apple and it takes you over here to this creepy guy. Now, I don't know if this is a secret, but this is quite interesting level. I wasn't really expecting this. It's like a VR within a VR within a VR. It's pretty hilarious. This guy is such a creep. I don't know, he's just sitting there saying creepy things. I didn't really figure it out at first, but what you have to do is just grab that VR controller out of his hand, and then you can move on to the next level. Get away from that guy. It takes you back to the beginning. Now, depending on how you played the game up until this point, what will be in this little area is either another VR headset or it will be a gun. Now, the gun has this little confetti that shoots out of it, but when you put it up to your face, it shoots you in the face and takes you back to the main menu. However, if there is a VR headset in there, it takes you back to this tree world again, but this time it looks pretty ravaged. Everything's a little bit different. There's garbage everywhere. It's burnt a little bit. The tree guy, he's still in there, kicking around. Not sure how he survived the fire. Doesn't really say if what he did to survive. but that's alright. Same thing. You know, do all the same things over and over again. This time, they're just slightly different, and you want to play the other stories. So, here we are, back here. There should be the fat guy here. However, he isn't. And then, over here is actually a little dungeon area, which we're going to explore now. It'll take you to this black area where the fat guy is dead. At least I think that's the fat guy. There's a baby crying, and I took it out, I threw it, nothing seems to happen, takes me back to the main menu. Interesting. Not too sure what really happened there, but that's alright. I'm gonna go ahead and reload from one of these points here that will get me back to a screen, and I'll show you guys another little trick. That little coin secret area that I was talking about earlier, it'll actually take you to a giant demon. But it's not really a demon, it's just a hand of a demon, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. So here we go, back at the bone level. I sit here, knock on the door that's off to the side. It says secret level above it. This is where you have to go. Bang on that door a few times, make that guy pretty upset with you. I don't know if that's really necessary, but I did it. It's funny, the commentary that guy gets. I like to see people upset. Alright, so we go over to the bone, take the coin, put it in there, bang on the door a few more times, get that guy a little bit more riled up, because you know what? We just can, and we want to. I want to hear what he has to say to me. Alright, door opens up. Here we go. Takes us back to this area with this fat guy, and looking around, it looks the same. However, this time, I'm going to take that knife and jam it in him. Cut him open a little bit, and then just wait. Just wait, and then this demon hand will pop out of the side. It'll have a phone call for you. Pick it up, talk to him, talk a little smack to that guy, because he's definitely going to talk some smack to you. Then you hang up that phone, get a little angry, have a little fun with it, and then you'll hang up on him, go over to the dead body, pull out his heart or something, and then put it on your head like a VR headset. And there we are. We're in this new little demon area. These two guys are right here. They'll sit here and they'll tell you, oh, you need to put a cassette in, you'll need to do a little dance, you'll need to do a ritual, things like that. They'll do a little rap for you. It's quite entertaining. Anyways, they'll make you eat some poop. It looks like poop. I didn't want to eat it at first. I threw it back at the face. They didn't eat it. It's okay. You have to eat it to move on. Just eat the poop. Little awkward, but it's alright. Funny. Rick and Morty games. Hilarious. So here we are. I just ate the poop. Then you can see the swirling background happen. And then this giant hand is going to come out and grab me. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched it up until this point. It's quite an interesting game. I love all the mini games. I love the Rick and Morty stories. Quite hilarious. Everybody, thank you so much for watching our channel and this video. I will hope to see you next time. If you subscribe, you'll get that notification for when the next video is out. We want to do a video every single day to keep everybody entertained. Alright guys, thank you so much again. Have a good evening and enjoy the demon reaching for you.